Peace. Black Power. This Chairman Ramses of the Nat Turner Vanguard. I'm here to speak to you about the Stephon Clarke and his death. As my title say, Koons, they die for a reason. And Stephon Clarke, he been a prime example of a coon. Now, once you realize that his death wasn't just a reason to have a cause against police, he's not just another Rodney King incident or Michael Brown incident or even a Trayvon Martin incident. He's an incident of his own, just as Sandra Bland. Reason why I bring her up, she's supposed to be in RBG, but upon researching her videos and her Facebook and other media outlets that she's been on, she was an integrationist. She believed in all us need to get together and become unified in peace and live in harmony with the white people and live in tune with the white people. But there's no peace here on earth with the devil. We as black people will never have peace, freedom, or happiness as long as we have the devil here on earth. So we must wake up and be aware, and we must go to war with the enemy. So going to war with the enemy, you must prepare yourself to go to war. And by preparing yourself to go to war, you must educate yourself on war-like things or military strategy. So, Stephon Clarke and even Sandra Bland, they represented a black people that stood for equality and peace among everyone. Now, I myself stand for pro-blackness and black nationalism and black supremacy. So with that being said, anyone that is outside of that realm of pro-blackness, then I can not have their back in a time such as now with the Stephon Clarke situation. I'm not gonna agree with a woman beater or integrationist or a person that don't even love his own mother, so to speak. I'm not gonna agree or even have any sympathy for someone like that. Before the man died, he was talking so much shit about black women. And before he died, he made sure he didn't have kids by black women. So, his life showed you that he didn't give a fuck about his own color or his own mother or sister or aunt or cousin, because them, I'm pretty sure, is all black women. So, everybody been going in about it's wrong to say fuck Stephon Clarke. It's wrong to say that about the man because he's still a black man that got killed by the police. Well, the man ain't, it's in my eyes, it's like the chicken coming home to roost. When you involve yourself sometimes with coon shit happen to you. To me, he ain't nothing but another Crispus addict. He died for something that's wrong, but he died with the wrong spirituality and the wrong mentality. Now, if he woke up before he got killed and he died with the conscience of the black woman and being the goddess, the queen on earth, then yes, I would have sympathy. But other than that, fuck that nigga. You know, that nigga need to should have realized, you know, from going to jail and shit, that white people ain't shit. You know, if I ain't mistaken, the motherfucker was into it with his girl when the police came. So when the police came, you already know what time it is. You know, they got all these videos and brochures telling us how to handle the police when the police come to handle us. But where that's going to get you when you already got the mentality of, well, they're my friend, and we're all just alike when we're not even on the same team. So, you know, I feel like Stephon Clarke just had got what was coming to him. You know, we got a long history as black people trying to get along with somebody that don't even want to get along with us. We got a long history of loving someone who hates us, who envies us, who wants to have what we have naturally, you know. So once we realize that, man, you know, we'll stop wasting our time on people such as Stephon Clarke. We stop wasting our time on feeling sorry or having sympathy for the wrong people. We have less and less time to get ourselves right so we can go to war and win this battle. Because right now we are losing by a landslide. But I do hold deep in my heart that day when that revolution of war, of the black man's mentality to come and be God-like. Once we become God-like, we'll become what we're intended to be in the first place, which is on top. You know, right now we're not on top. As long as we're on the bottom, we're always gonna have sympathy in the wrong place. Now, once we obtain our position as the Alpha and Omega, then we'll realize at the same time that we don't need no one else to be equal with yourself. You don't need to look outside yourself or even outside your race to say, yeah, I'm all right. You got to look within yourself and also within the mirror, which is your brother and sister, your black brother and sister, to realize who you are and where you need to be. So once you realize this, you will realize that, you know, caring about such Koons as Stephon Clarke is only a waste of your time, because he didn't stand for you. Just think about it, that if I'm living the life I live now, and me and the police was to get into it, and I was to get killed, and the back, getting shot 8 times in the back, whatsoever. Do you think, honestly, that Stephon Clarke would have been like, well, darn, he died for the black cause. Well, darn, he's a strong black brother that died for no reason. I'm gonna miss him. You think he's gonna make memes and celebrate my death as a revolutionary death and not some dumbass nigga that got killed by the police because he want to go against the system? Just think about it. What would Stephon Clarke do if you got killed? And what would he say? Peace and black power. Man, I don't know, man.